What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius unit reviews. This is GL Mako. I'm going to be covering a support unit today. This will be my second review. We're going to be taking a look at Zargabaath. Zargabaath, there's a lot of ways to say his name. There's some funny ways to say his name. No big deal. I just want to show you few things that he has. Okay, so yeah, his TMR is Judge Helm. This is going to be 15% all resist to everything except dark, and defense 35, spirit 20. That does give him some extra buffs, so if you do have it, definitely use it with him. And then let's see, so what that's going to do when he's using it, he's going to have a boost to defense, spirit, HP, and MP by 20%, nullify stop, and boost LB effects. So his limit burst is one of the best high value limit bursts in the game. It's really strong. What it is it's 150% stat buff when it's maxed out, and it's a 50% damage mitigate for 2 turns. So if you have some high tide items on Zargabaath and you can keep that rolling, that limit burst, it's kind of like combining a damage mitigation unit, maybe like Wilhelm, and a stat buff along with that. So it's extremely strong. It's really good. As you can see, he uses swords, great swords, katanas, hammers, spears, medium and heavy armor, and helmets. So when you're looking at his abilities, the reason why I have him equipped this way, I'm using Excalibur 2 because he gets a bonus with swords, and then he gets a bonus with hammers as well. And this one happens to have quite a bit of HP on it from running Item World. So it's got HP 20%, Man-Eater 7% HP, 3% HP, and 10% HP. So we're looking at 40% HP right there, just with him holding that hammer. And then he gets another 20% as a passive for holding the hammer as well. So that is pretty crazy. Like he can hit some pretty high some high level HP and spirit, defense, and attack too, which you don't really need with him, but you can. He does have a chaining move with Octoslash. But as you can see here, he has authority. So it's boost attack 50% and defense and HP by 20% when equipped with a sword or large sword, and mag by 50% and spirit / MP by 20% when equipped with a katana, hammer, or spear. So he's getting attack 50, defense and HP 20 for the sword, and then he's getting mag 50 and spear and MP 20 for the katana, hammer, or spear. Now, I want to show you, I'm going to bring him into a raid fight here, just to give you an idea of what he's capable of doing. So we're just going to go up against Engels. That's the newest raid that's out right now. And of course our unit data. That's always fun. Hold on, let me grab another friend. I want to show you some of his moves and what he can do. We'll just take this guy and we'll go. Loading up. Here we go. So I'm going to fight against Engels here. And so for Zargabaath, I want to go over his cooldown skills. Those are new to his 7-star. They're awesome. Those last 3 moves you see there are not exclusive to Zargabaath. That's anyone holding Ingus's food notes. I pulled him, so I just grabbed his TMR as a support item. Arcadia's Might. This is, I believe it's 120% stat boost. And then it's also going to give you reducing damage taken for all allies and enable quickening for 3 turns. So if we start with this, I'll just show you. I'm going to break Engels so he doesn't kill anybody. Using and then I'll just defend with Hio. So as you can see, those those breaks are super effective. Lauren might even kill him. Okay, so quickening. This is what gets enabled by Zargabaath's cooldown skills, both of them. So you have the Arcadia's Might, and you also have the other one, which is Prismatic Barrier. So you can now dual cast Hero Crest, which is boost attack, defense, mag, and spear by 100% for one ally for 4 turns. So you could buff 2 of your allies, like say, we'll do it for Zargabaath and Lauren. Just like this. If you need to quickly throw, some buffs into the battle. Hopefully Lauren won't murder him here. He might. Or she might. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Lauren and Zargabaath are both pretty counter heavy units. So I'll load up another orb here. I'll just show you what else Zargabaath is capable of doing. I know it's a little clunky. Sorry. I do want to show him in battle, because my last unit review I just kind of went down the wiki, and I want to do a little bit more in-depth battle analysis. So we'll just go through this real quick. Sorry if my audio is kind of bad. I am recording from just my phone, as I don't have the fancier equipment yet. So we're going to go back into here. And we'll take another Heo with us, just in case things get dicey. And I'm going to add in Zahn, just because for every raid orb I like to steal from the enemy. It does net about 12,000 gil, a little bit higher for each orb. So it is an extra way to make some cash for those 7 stars, because they do get expensive. So with Zahn, I'm just going to do the Waylay. It steals 3k. The boss drops 3k when he dies, and then you have double that. So that's where the 12k comes from that I was talking about. So we'll do this. Now, to show you Zargabaath's other moves here, I think the ability that most people dual cast is Rejuvenate, because it restores 100% of HP. It gives back 50% of your MP, I believe, and it puts re-raise on whoever you're casting it on. So that can help you out in a pinch if you're a healer. Like I have Ayaka and I don't have CG Fina, so a lot of my re-raising comes from those single target hits. So Vengeance Blade is an option, and but if you're looking at Prismatic Barrier, this is a 60% resistance buff. This is his other cooldown ability. And attack, defense, mag, and spear reduction resistance for all allies. So it stops the enemy from breaking you, and then enables that quickening for 2 turns for the caster. So we'll do this one, just to show you. And I already broke angles, so I apologize if Lauren kills him again. Game volume down a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to see here is that quickening again. I showed you the Hero Crest. There is a trick with Berserk Crest where you can cast it on your damage dealers for some extra power, and if you time it correctly, you can use the chaining abilities and then throw Berserk Crest right after it, and it will stack on top of those other damage buffs, which is really cool. Blade of Justice is a break, and it removes all status effects. So if you need a dispel in a pinch, you can use that. You have Sacred Strike, which deals light damage, partially unaffected by defense, and then it lowers light resistance. I do not know the percentage on that one. I apologize. I think it may be 50%. Judgment Blade, deal physical damage, partially unaffected by defense, and drains MP. So that's a nice way to leech MP back for Zargabaath. He doesn't always need that because of the Rejuvenate ability. He can gain his stuff back very, very fast. And then Arcadian Crest, this is a single target buff. I believe it's 100%, and then it removes those breaks. So if your tank gets broken on turn 1, or your magic tank, you can use this to cleanse them of that, so they're more effective as a damage sponge. And let's see. So in this one, I'll just show you what they look like in action. Here's, we'll do Blade of Justice, and we'll do a Rejuvenate. We can put that on Lauren. So, Blade of Justice, as you can see there. And then Lauren, if you saw how much MP she gained back, that was 247. And then down here is the recovers once from KO, which is your re-raise. So that's really useful to have around. And let's see, did Engel stay broken? I didn't know he healed himself from breaks. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so we'll just throw a full break on him. Defend and defend. Lauren might kill him again here. But that's a little bit of Zargabaath in action. His LB is his arguably best skill. I really like that one. And the quickening is awesome. Like you can help out your party so much with that. So just to show you, I'll just do Vengeance Blade now, because I think it'll kill Angles for me. So this is Zargabaath's chaining move. It's the Octaslash family. So you can see the rates there, like the frames. That chains with Octaslash and a bunch of other abilities that are in that family. Like you would use Sephiroth with that, if you have him. I think his 7-star is coming soon, so that's awesome too. But just to give you an idea on Zargabaath, if you pull him, he is going to be an awesome addition to your team. He's just a really solid character all around. I used him as a tank on Leviathan, the 3-star. So I gave him some gear to draw attacks to him. And just so you, like, he gets, I believe it's 40% physical evasion as well, to start off. So when you're building him, you can make him an evade unit extremely easy. And he can play an effective tank for you that way. It works better on like a provoke type fight because he does not have a cover. Whereas, like I used it in conjunction with Lilith. So Lilith was tanking the magic from Leviathan, and Zargabaath was taking the physical hits. So you can set them up however you like. I highly recommend a sword and a hammer, or a sword and a katana, sword and spear. Something in those combinations, whatever you have. I like the sledgehammer because of that extra HP, so he is quite tanky in this build. And then we have Grand Armor, which gives him the 15% HP. Japamala gives him another 20%. And then I have him Status Immune, Mechanical Heart, H Armor Arts, and Emperor's Majesty at the moment. So you can use a ton of different things with him. There's a lot of LB up things out there. My LB on mine is not maxed yet. I'm still working on another character, which is, I think I'm putting the pots into Lauren right now. So as you can see, it's 1 out of 30. So it's not there yet, but he is one of my characters on the list to build up. And then just to cover his Super Trust Mastery, this is Judge's Oath. Again, you need 4 Zargabaath to get it at the moment until they release another way to get Super Trust Masteries for us. That is a thing in Japan now. They're getting Super Trust Mastery Moogles. So if that comes down to global, that'll be an awesome addition. But this is Judge's Oath. It's a materia. It boosts HP, defense, and spirit by 30%. And fire, ice, lightning, water, wind, earth, light, and dark by 20%. So if you put him on it, it's, that's an awesome thing. I would probably use that more on my magic tank. Because of the HP, defense, and spirit, and then all of those resistances. It's just a great item. So overall, I give Zargabaath a 10 out of 10. He's awesome. He's a really good support character. He can play the tank role. He can DPS. He can be your re-raiser. He can be your buffer. The only thing he really can't do is debuff. And even that, some of his moves cause a couple stat breaks. There are better options in that department. But overall, just a really well-balanced, awesome character. you can take a look at all of his abilities and kind of see what he can do. He has a lot of options, so you can build him how you like. You can play however you like with the character. That's not up to me. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I am going to start editing my videos. I'm not quite there yet. I got to figure out what software to use and things like that. But this is it for the Zargabaath unit review, and I'm hoping to show him more in action in the future. Congrats to you if you pull him, and I hope to see you guys in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Have a good one.